Hey guys, how's it going? Isabella here. Um, so this video is a bit hard for me to do because it brings back a lot of sore memories from the times where I struggled the most with my life, and you know, um, if you haven't already watched, I suggest you watch my ex-vegan video before because that story will really put you in context for what I'm gonna say today. Um, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I got my Invisalign trays in, and it's day two of the second cycle, so I might sound a little bit like Donald Duck today. Okay, so it started all. Basically, I'll just give you the breakdown of the previous video. I was not fed very well when I was a kid, and by age 9, I had my gallbladder removed. And as of then, they recommended I don't eat fats, whether vegetable or animal fat, and mostly stay plant based and high fiber, lots of fruits and vegetables and things like that. The regular stuff that they tell you to be healthy for. Um, so age 9, I got the gallbladder removed, and I was put basically on a plant-based diet as of then. And by beginning of my adolescence, I had crazy acne. I had already digestive problems. I had anemia, but somehow I survived, and I grew into a 5'7.5" woman. And so in my 20s, I decided to become a personal trainer after starting my training journey. Like, I really love going to the gym. I love working out. I love fitness and health. Um, so I joined the gym around the time I was 20 years old, and this is where the story of my veganism begins. And I want you to really stick around because there's a lot of difficult parts I'm not ready just yet to tell you because I have to put you in context. Um, there's a lot of symptoms that people will not tell you that will happen to you, most likely if you're severely deprived of animal products. Um, why I tell you about how I was raised and what I was fed as I was growing up is because my storages of animal products were already not very good, okay? So at age 20, 21, I started my fitness journey, and this is where I ate the best. Honestly, I really follow like this bodybuilding diet, like lean chicken and like lean. For me, it was okay to have lean proteins because I don't have a gallbladder. Whether I like it or not, fats are not gonna get digested, same as a regular person. But I did eat like my lean meats, my salmon, like all the good stuff, plus vegetables, not too many carbs. The regular bodybuilding diet was pretty amazing for me. As a matter of fact, here's some of the results when I was in my prime bodybuilding. Try and insert one on each side. This is about me, age 21, training really well, and at that point, I decided to get certified by the ISSA as a personal trainer, and I did also nutrition specialist, which like I hold a diploma for that. So I knew a lot about nutrition. Well, the book smart stuff that they teach you. But at that very particular gym, there was a very big boom of vegans at that point, and the influence was very great, and they actually looked good to me. I always struggled with acne, and I know now why. But my whole entire life, I had crazy acne, and strange enough, not anymore. So they had glowing skin, they looked energetic, and they really spoke a lot about veganism and the health benefits and the detox. And in my head, I'm like, maybe I am toxic, maybe I'm just eating junk food. And I watched a lot of like those documentaries where they really show animal abuse. And if you're familiar with my channel, you probably know I love animals. I love animals so much. I love all animals. Maybe not so much rats and like cockroaches, but regular nice animals, I love them. And I kind of understand them also. Um, so after watching all this and really getting sucked into the propaganda, and it is really a propaganda, I decided just to go vegan overnight. I trashed everything in my fridge that was non-vegan. I really went hardcore. And I did it right, let me tell you. I did it right in the beginning because I bought all these grains. I had mason jars of grains and of legumes. I did it super well, But after a couple months in, I started to notice energy loss, weight loss, and I was like lean muscle. I was a lean muscle beast. And all of a sudden, my strength at the gym went down, my muscles went down, my weight, I don't know, was just getting like fat skinny, you know, skinny fat they call it. And my energy was not good. So, you know, they recommended that I just start coffee. I never really drank coffee before that. So, oh, your energy is that, maybe you're overtraining, blah, blah. Like, try some coffee. I tried coffee. It started dehydrating me, you know, giving me a headaches. Then they said, oh, try caffeine pills. Maybe caffeine pills will work. And at that point, I'm a personal trainer. So I need my energy. I need my muscles. But I didn't have energy anymore at that point. Also, at the same time, simultaneously, I had crazy digestive issues. Not only do I not have a gallbladder, but now my intestines started swelling up because of the amount of fiber I was intaking. And these damn beans, like, they bloat you. They gave me so much gas. And the more I was telling to these vegan people, listen, something's not right. They're like, you're detoxing. You should eat more beans. Your body will get used to the beans. Eat more beans. I'm like, all right, I'm eating more beans. So I ate so many beans and my stomach was getting distended day by day. It was getting worse and worse. More gas, more pain. And at that point, I was starting to lose friends and relationships because I never knew if it was going to be a good day or a bad day, or if I'm going to have to run to the toilet, or if I'm going to be so bloated that I'm going to stink up the party. Like, it sounds silly right now, but those were serious issues. Like, when you cannot attend your friend's birthday because you're gassy and you cannot tell anyone that you're about to blow up, and that's not even the worst of it. So you see these health issues. Oftentimes they say eating disorders start in the mind. Well, my eating disorder started in the body because my body was done digesting this crap. And I think it's called orthorexia, when you try to eat so healthy that you're actually killing yourself doing it. I was trying to eat so healthy, book smart, that my health was decreasing by the day. And this is when I developed anorexia bulimia. Not because I wanted to, but because my body started refusing these type of foods. It categorically began refusing all that intake of fiber and all these legumes. And basically how it would go with anorexia bulimia is some days I would just want to have a good day and not be bloated and crap all day, and I would just stop eating. On those days, I would only just eat like a little bit of fruits and things like that. So I'd basically be starving myself for some days just so I could go to work, bang it out, and come home and have next self-care day. And basically, that's when I started taking a lot of caffeine in me, which was dehydrating me and giving me brain fog. And I'll get to this later. This is the worst part, actually. So I was just basically dehydrated. I couldn't sleep. I was going nuts on those days, but I could still manage to go to work and do my thing and just come home and die. And some days when I was so hungry I couldn't do it anymore, I started binge eating. And at first it was on health foods. I would just like binge eat, but my body refused those foods. Like all this sorry, but all these beans were just not agreeing with me. You know, all this rice, all this just fiber. I wanted to eat. I was so starving. I'd eat huge quantities and then I'd just puke it out. It would just come out. Like whether I wanted it or not, it would just come out. And then the next step is that it wouldn't come out the other end. I would get like so constipated, I needed to take 20 diuretic pills. So it's a vicious cycle of it's coming out one way but not the other way. And then it got even worse to the point that I was so fat and sugar deprived. Well, not sugar deprived because I was still having some fruits, but I don't know if you know, but your brain is made of cholesterol. And I was so fat deprived, I started binge eating on like cake, and it gets worse. It gets worse. I would just pour freaking canola oil all over everything and just eat it. But as you know, I still don't have a gallbladder, so whether like I needed fat so poor and so badly, but I couldn't digest it. And then I just like eat all day and puke all day, eat all day and puke all day. And day by day, my body was wasting away. I'll try to insert a picture right pre-competition, halfway through this shit show. I'm sorry, there's no other word to say that period of my life. But you can clearly see a difference between me in the shit show phase and me in the beginning of my bodybuilding. Like the body was dying literally there. And I was dying mentally also, because I was aware that my life revolved around eating, either in an orthorexic way, healthy foods that'll make me puke, or eating crazy foods that'll make me puke yet again because I couldn't digest them or they just run out of me. But that's not the worst. It's when I lost my speech and my ability to think and process and verbalize it that I hit rock bottom. This is hard for me, because for like the veganism lasted like what, a year and a half, tops 2 years. I was in that phase. Maybe I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I can't even tell you. But the brain fog got so bad that I could not articulate what I wanted to say to people. It was here, but it would come out in weird words. It was like, it was, in French they call it jargon, like it makes no sense what you're saying. So I would keep quiet. I wouldn't be able to say any words except like, this, that, what, like quick, short sentences. And that brain fog lasted like a good 3 to 5 years, even after the veganism. Even to this date, I still sometimes cannot compute what I want to say. I speak like four and a half languages right now, I speak French, English, Russian, Spanish, and I'm learning Mandarin. I couldn't verbalize in one language. Like, my Russian was gone at that point. I could not talk to Russian speakers. I knew exactly what they were saying. I could not verbalize it back. It was just simple, stupid words like hi, bye. I lost the ability to speak for years on end. It was horrible. It's social situations and work situations. Imagine a personal trainer unable to tell you exactly what the exercise is called. It's not because I didn't know it. It's because I could not say it. I could not speak it. My brain was completely fried. There was no more cholesterol to the brain. There was no more B12 in me. There was nothing. That's around the time I quit personal training. I couldn't do it no more. There's other reasons behind it, like my friend's steroid abuse, but that's for another video. I don't want to get into this now. But my brain was fried and I couldn't use it. And to this day, I still have like, in French it's called séquelles. I mean, post-traumatic brain disorder from this whole thing. My brain doesn't work as much and as well. And my brain is the only actual thing that I love about myself, is that I've always been able to solve problems, to learn languages, to like whatever. I know like mechanics, electricity, plumbing, I know fish, I know disease, I know so much, and my brain was not able to talk. And that's kind of around the period when I finished writing my book, because writing is the only thing I could do at that point. There's no more verbalizing, and it's scary when it happens. And for all the new vegans or however long you've been in, if you think I'm joking with you, I am not. You have to start like depleting it. I'm not saying do it, okay? I'm saying to get to the level I was at with the depletion, you have to like completely deplete every single storage of cholesterol, K2, and B12 you have in your body. And then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Your brain is finished. Your body is not digesting. My stomach acid couldn't digest meat like for years after. And the reason why I'm making this video now is that in 2018, when I had some kind of stress happening in my life, I reverted back to plant-based, because for all these years I was still brainwashed that plant-based was the way to go. And when my health started decreasing in 2018 after a stress episode, I tried to go plant-based to try to fix that, and instead I gained weight, I got sluggish, and I got all my crazy disorders back. So in 2018, my speech was yet again impacted. This is not things I've told my friends. Actually, I managed to disguise it pretty well from them. To just, I told my husband that I had crazy brain fog. I never told anyone like to which extent my speech was impaired at that point. I'm honestly, this video I could have never made it in my early 20s when I was vegan. I could have never articulate any of this. Like, there's some words I didn't even know like how to say them out loud at that point. But it's not a joke, and I don't want young girls or whoever you are to get caught up in this thing that it's gonna save the planet. There's no saving the planet when you're farting more than 3 cows combined. There's no saving the planet when you're passing 3 rolls of toilet paper. There's no saving the planet when you're binge eating buckets of food just to puke them out. I hope everyone understands that. This is the future of all the vegans. This is the future that's reserved to you, whether you have a gallbladder or not. I suffered so much that I needed to share this despite my reluctance and the embarrassment, and maybe, you know, my close ones will see this and be like, shit, you've been through some crazy stuff and you didn't tell us about it. I lost friends because I was vegan and couldn't attend their parties, and they thought I was just snobbing them out. I'm not snobbing you out. I was actually ill then and 2 years ago. So I hope this helps someone. Like my channel if you're not already subscribed. Like the video if you liked it. Comment below if you have things to share with me or people on my channel. I hope you guys interact with each other and just, you know, tell each other the truth, you know. I will never ever believe that humans are supposed to only eat plants and grass and vegetables. After what I've been through and what I've seen and what it did to people around me, it's no way. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.